Good morning or afternoon, whatever time, whatever your sleep schedule's like, will be based on how that is. We're here at Haddon Township High School. It's the Girls Winter Showcase. Got two talented teams, Triton High School and Haddon Township, facing off here in this showcase tournament style. Samuel Goldberg, Dan Wilkins here with you on the call. And Dan, we got ourselves another great game. We saw one before this one, but this matchup coming up between Haddon Township and Triton High School should feature some high-level scoring.
Well, I'll tell you, the first game that we saw was an excellent matchup. I can't believe that it finished the way that it did, but it laid a good foundation for game number two. Cherry Hill East led by as many as 24 points in the third quarter. Williamstown came back, had an incredible run, and eventually lost by 3. But these are two teams that are both on winning streaks. Triton's won their last 2 to rebound after an 0-2 start, and Haddon Township is off to a 3-2 start, they've won their last 3 games. Point is, though, they are both looking to rebound today. Haddon Township, they've got some great scores. They won 28 games last year. There's a lot to like about this Township team.
Absolutely. For Haddon Township, they have the size and strength of this roster, and they also have a great depth as well. That's going to be a key for victory for them. On the opposite side of things for Triton, it's all about the 3-ball for Loftus and Henry on their squads, both with 11 made 3-pointers so far in the early goings of this season. It's going to be a 3-party for Triton High School, and it's basically the key to the game. Really, it's going to be who makes the more amount of threes in this one. Can Triton score a lot beyond the arc, or will Haddon Township dominate on the inside?
Well, in Haddon Township's 3-2 start, all 3 of their wins have come in 20-point victories or less, and their 2 losses were versus 2 very respectable programs. Camden Catholic is always great, and at the other end, Haddon Heights, a Colonial opponent, is usually right up there with Audubon and Haddon Heights and Haddon Township in the Colonial standings. So as it goes, this is a good non-conference matchup between 2 teams that are, looking to rebound a little bit. As we said, Haddon Township, they're 3-2. They lost. I correct myself. They won their first 2 games. Then they lost 2. They won versus Pennsville recently. So yes, both teams are still looking to rebound. But as it stands, you mentioned the 3-ball for Triton. We saw them on opening night, and they shot the 3 a lot. However, they didn't get a lot of them to fall. They were playing Cinnaminson. Cinnaminson's always a tough opponent. I like to see how they play versus Haddon Township with a little bit different style of play.
Well, it should be a good ball game indeed. We got Haddon Township, Triton High School coming up here on the Dan Wilkins Broadcast Network. Do not go anywhere.
Abby Wiedemann, and Caitlin Martin. The officials for this evening's contest are Taylor Atanasi and Janice McGrath. And now the starters for tonight's matchup. Up first, the visiting Mustangs of Triton. Number 24, senior Riley Leibowitz. Number 12, senior Gianna Loftus. Number 10, senior Hayden Henry. Number 3, 14, junior Abby Wiedemann. Number 12, junior Riley Kennedy. Number 3, freshman Jules Martin. And number 1, senior captain Kirsten Callahan. Today's contest will be conducted according to the rules of Jersey State High School Athletic Association by fair competition players. Spectators do not permit sportsmanship by judgment of fair play. The verbal, written, or physical conduct of race, gender, disability, sexual orientation, or religious salary, requires protection. May result in penalties to the necessity of your team. Each one of us has a personal responsibility for this competition. A high level of good sportsmanship. Now we represent the color of the country. Please stand with your caps to the proper salute while we sing our national anthem to acknowledge this symbol of freedom.
We're ready to play some basketball here on the Dan Wilkins Broadcast Network, streaming live on YouTube. As you saw the starters a bit ago, we'll start for the visiting Triton Mustangs. It's number 2, Akira Reed Streeter. Number 3, Melanie Noel. Number 10, Caden Henry. Number 12, Gianna Loftus. And number 24, Riley Mikowitz round out the starting 5 for Triton. On the other side for Haddon Township. Number 1, Kirsten Callahan. Number 12, Riley Kennedy. Number 14, Abby Wiedemann. Number 3, Juliana Martin. And number 15, Caitlin Martin all get the starts in this game. Triton coming into this one 2-2. They're 2-0 in Tri-County Liberty Conference play. Haddon Township 3-2, 1-1 in Colonial Liberty Conference play. Haddon Township coming into this one averaging 43.2 points per game. Triton just a tad under that at about 41.7 points per game. It's going to be a feature of threes as we're ready to rock and roll. Jump ball, 8-minute quarters. And we're underway. Here at Haddon Township, ball in the air. And it's picked up by Triton's Mikowitz. Give it to the point guard, Loftus, and we're off and rolling.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Sam, they're going to shoot a lot of threes tonight. That's no doubt about it. And we'll see if that three ball with Triton will offset Haddon Township better than it did the last time we saw Triton girls on opening night versus Cinnaminson all the way back not too long ago on December 15th.
Here's Loftus, near side wing. Loftus takes a couple of dribbles, has it deflected, but recovering the ball was Mikowitz. Mikowitz back over to Loftus. Loftus to Henry, dangerous three-point shooter. Going to be a tall task for Riley Kennedy to guard her. And no shot clock in the state of New Jersey, so they can take as long as they want. Ball is stolen by Kirsten Callahan, who she can also shoot the three. In transition head Juliana Martin down low, but it just went off her hands. A little bit too much mustard on the pass for Martin to handle. It's a turnover, and Triton goes the other way. Triton in the white uniforms going left to right, as that one couldn't get to Henry in the near side corner. Haddon wearing their all red uniforms with white lettering.
Haddon Township and Triton really aggressive passing here in the first minute. No baskets yet, but you could tell this is going to be a fast-paced game just off of those first few plays alone.
Here's Martin, guarded closely by Reed Streeter. Martin blows by her, passes inside, gets it back. Little bit of trouble, gets it back out. Good ball movement here by Haddon Township in their next possession here. On the far side corner, Martin has it. Martin dribbles to the top of the key, guarded closely by Reed Streeter. Martin drives in, 2 steps up with the right hand, no good. Left it a little short. In transition, has it stolen. As Noel did not see the streaking Haddon Township player right behind her. Here's Martin, guarded closely, got it inside. Little Euro step through is good. Caitlin Martin gets us started here with her first 2 points of the game and the first points of this game. Here's Henry getting double teamed, and the pass a little errant, but they break. Loftus, 3 is good. Foot was on the line, so they counted as a 2.
I think she wanted a 3 that time, but she just stepped a little bit too far forward and ends up getting 2 points.
Henry comes up with the steal here. Here's Loftus. Getting it to Noel. Loftus gets it back. Loftus guarded closely by Wiederman. Loftus drives in, passes it inside, goes deflects to Reed Streeter. Reed Streeter will dribble to the top of the key. Loftus looking at her and will receive the basketball. 5:23 to go in our opening quarter of action. Here's Loftus, guarded closely by Wiederman. Loftus drives in, got away with a little bit of a push-off, and she gets the bucket to go. Gianna Loftus, 2 for 2 start, 4 points for her. Here's Juliana Martin. Goes by Jules with a Z. Wiederman swings it across. Martin has it. Passes inside. It's deflected. Back out to Martin. Martin drives in. Little runner is good. Jules Martin joins her sister Caitlin Martin on the scoreboard. Here's Henry dribbling through the defense of Haddon Township. Gets it to Noel. Noel to Reed Streeter. Reed Streeter has it knocked away. Picked up by Kennedy. Kennedy is bumped into by Henry, and she gets it to Wiederman down court. Wiederman had it stolen from behind from Noel. Ball goes out of bounds and stays with Haddon Township.
You know, sometimes there's a situation where a pair of brothers or a pair of sisters can really create a nice dynamic on the court. We were at Audubon yesterday, and there was the Young brothers. There's a senior Azon Young who scored over 1,200 points, and there's his younger brother, Eric. And sometimes that familial relationship can really create a nice dynamic, especially on a small town team that, you know, has a deep bench but has some talented scorers and helps that you come from the same mother, right?
That's one way to put it.
I'm just saying. I mean, listen, we see a lot of teams that are successful that have a pair of brothers or a pair of sisters on the team.
Well, the Martin connection can't connect there as that pass goes out of bounds. Triton will take over off the turnover. 4:08 to play. We're tied at 4 here in the first quarter of action in this winter showcase tournament. And a little bit of a full court press shown here by Haddon Township. And it's knocked away, stolen by Callahan. Callahan gets it to Weedman.
Ref had a really good view there of the line. Saw that she was in bounds.
3 from the corner, no good by Kennedy. In transition, it's Noel taking on Callahan. Off glass, a little strong. Rebounded by Loftus. Henry, a corner 3, a little strong. Noel gets the offensive rebound. Inside it goes. Mikowitz is double teamed, kicks it back out. Noel will pull the trigger off target. Weedman comes up with the rebound. Spinning at half court, picks up her dribble, gets it to Callahan. Got to get it across here. And they get it across just in time. Callahan to the far side wing. Receives it back. Haddon Township sets up their offense. Martin on the far side. Try to get it back to Callahan. That one's stolen away. Good hands there by Mikowitz. Here's Noel. Full steam ahead. Lost the basketball. Out of bounds, and it will belong to Haddon Township. 3 minutes to go, 4-4 the score.
Well, a really quick first 5 minutes here. We saw Triton slow it down a little bit when they were in control on offense, and Haddon Township is trying to match that a little bit with some up-tempo offense. And right now it's working for both sides. Just a really good offensive showcase, or really good showcase when they score, but when they don't, the defense does reign supreme here.
Absolutely. It's Weedman in the corner, tried to get it inside to Caitlin Martin. That was knocked away. Good defensive play there by Gianna Loftus. And Haddon Township will take a timeout. 2:42 to play in our opening quarter of action. 4-4 the score. We'll step aside. Back here, Haddon Township has it on the inbound. Quick trigger shot, little strong, no good. Battle for the rebound, picked up by Loftus. Henry has it in transition. Henry reluctantly gets it to Mikowitz. Noel down the lane, little runner, no good, missed it right. Good rebound there by Caitlin Martin, but Triton gets it back.
That definitely was a kicked ball that time. Hit right off of her, looked like her right shoe.
Loftus thinking three, instead passes it inside. The runner is no good. Henry gets fouled though, and will go to the line to shoot two.
That's our first foul of the game.
Caden Henry, the senior, averaging 8 points per game, 91% free throw percentage on this early going of the season. First free throw up and good.
Two subs coming in for Township as well.
So Caitlin Martin and Abby Weedman will exit the ball game.
And coming in as well is for Julianne McGarry, the freshman, number 22, Aubrey Carson.
Carson, newly into the game. Left hand contact foul. She'll shoot two.
I'll tell you, several of these Haddon Township girls are also multi-sport athletes. I mean, you know, Sam, you went to a big school at Cherokee. I went to a small school, Audubon. My graduating class with 124. And I know Haddon Township is as well with their girls soccer team. They have won 3 sectional championships this decade. They've got Sheehan, who is a great leading scorer for the Haddon Township girls soccer team, in addition to Wiederman, Callahan, and a couple others, including Aubrey Carson. A lot of these names we recognize from the fall on the soccer pitch.
Carson's first free throw, no good. 63% so far in the early going of this season. Her second one is good, though. We're now tied again. 5-5 here in this first quarter. Reed Streeter bounces it to Loftus, over to Henry. Henry was thinking three instead. A good bounce pass, just a bit strong on the layup there. Noel collects the offensive rebound. Loftus open for three. Bingo! Loftus has 7 early points here in this basketball game in the early going. Great look inside. The layup is good. Ariana Turcotte gets the layup to go. What a feed that was from Riley Kennedy.
Haddon Township's got a super deep bench, and Coach Pietro is going to try to use a lot of this tonight. Mark Petito, excuse me. he's going to use a lot of that bench tonight because he has a lot of girls who are willing to play and a lot of girls who are going to be, even if they're not dressed for varsity, if this game gets out of hand, he's got a full squad of girls who can back him up.
Callahan a little short, follows it up. Right hand also left a little short as well. Loftus comes up with a rebound. Loftus has 7 points in the early going. Henry thought about pulling that three. Instead gets it to Loftus. We're under a minute to go. Loftus out to Reed Streeter in the corner. Noel has it. Reed Streeter the screen. Thought about it. Callahan got out there quickly. Reed Streeter the drive. Right hand. Might have been partially blocked there underneath by Carson. In transition, deep pass to the corner. Haddon Township a little bit wild there on that possession. They turn it over. Loftus the other way. Might have carried there. Right hand. Might have been blocked. Out to Henry for three. Missed it right. Reed Streeter gets the offensive rebound. Loftus inside. Ekowitz, no. Approaching 10 seconds to go. Callahan in transition. Passes it to the right side to Martin. Recollects it inside. Shot. No good by Turcotte. And Noel will just dribble this one out to end the first quarter. Triton and Haddon Township back and forth action, seesaw battle, 8-7 the score. Your thoughts here on the first quarter here, Dan?
Well, I mean, a very good first quarter so far, and we'll see Haddon Township come back a little bit stronger, I think, with that perimeter defense, but should be good overall.
We'll take a little break here as we go to the second quarter. 8-7 the score here on the Dan Wilkins Broadcasting Network. Started the second quarter, 8-7 the score. Sam Goldberg, Dan Wilkins on the call for you here. This, winter tournament. Haddon Township going quickly. That shot is good. Turcotte, her second basket, gives her 4 in the game so far.
Yeah, Turcotte that time, just a really efficient bench scorer, and it only took 6 minutes into the first quarter for us already to see some bench action for Haddon Township, really using that versatility to their advantage.
Here's Henry quickly to Loftus. Loftus holds at the top of the key, guarded closely by Carson. Loftus to the corner for Henry. Henry surveys. Really can't find anywhere to go. Gets it to Noel on the dribble handoff. Noel might have traveled there, but no call. Here's Noel. Jumper. A little strong. Rebounded by Turcotte. Here's Jules Martin in transition. Martin surveys. Gets it to Carson. Carson inside to Callahan. Little turnaround is good. Callahan gets on the board, leading scorer of this Haddon Township team, 11.6 points per game. Noel quickly to Reed Streeter, gets it inside, kicks out to Henry. Her three-pointer is a little strong, no good. Reed Streeter battling for the rebound. Right hand, no. It falls to Jules Martin, has it plucked away, but a foul is called, and Noel can't believe it.
Yeah, Noel's not thrilled about it. Dave Kalin is a little bit apologetic there, and yeah, obviously just a tough situation there. Triton would have had a wide open basket, but instead gets called for a foul, their first of the quarter.
11-8 the score. Haddon Township, 3-point lead, 6:35 to go here in the second quarter. Haddon Township trying to set it up here. Here's Carson on the baseline drive. Is fouled.
I've seen in both games there has been a little bit of a leniency with the traveling. We saw that in the East Williamstown game. There was a decent amount of travels that weren't called, and we're seeing that already. We saw Noel pull up for three, and she definitely took an extra step. And just hoping that they, I mean, I like when refs swallow the whistle, but not for stuff like traveling.
Three left a little short there by Weidman. And it's stolen away by Jules Martin on the fast break. Martin, the right hand, has good. Gives her 4 points. She's tied with the team high so far in the early parts of this game. Reed Streeter with a drive, has it blocked. Nice block there by Callahan. Triton gets it back. Noel to Loftus. Over to Reed Streeter. Little dribble handoff to Henry. Henry over to Loftus. Guarded closely by Martin on the drive. Kicks it out to the corner, but the ball is out of bounds. It's another turnover for Triton. Triton's doing a good job of moving the basketball, but they just haven't been able to get open shots. Haddon Township doing a great job on defense in the second quarter.
I think Triton knows, or at least Haddon Township knows, that they've got to defend that perimeter. They know that Triton's going to shoot a lot of threes, and maybe they can get one back.
Callahan steps back, misses that one. Jules Martin, though, goes up for the rebound and gets Haddon Township another possession. Wiedemann. Carson is in trouble.
Nice.
Nearly got it to Caitlin Martin, but it's off her hands. It will be Triton basketball.
If that pass ended in a basket, that would have been a fantastic pass that time by Haddon Township, but instead it doesn't go out of bounds.
Full court pressure shown here by Haddon Township. Noel with the basketball will take this one up, avoids the double team, kicks it over to Henry. Noel gets it back. Corner three, no. And rebounded and in transition, pass ahead to Caitlin Martin, but it's just a little strong out of her reach. Right idea there on the fast break, just a tiny bit too much mustard. As we have ourselves a timeout here. 13-8 the score. We'll step aside here on the Dan Wilkins Broadcast Network. We'll come back to resume it. Welcome back here. 4:53 to go in our second quarter of action. 13-8 the score. Reed Streeter will bring it up. Sam Goldberg, Dan Wilkins on the call for you here for this game. Reed Streeter had her pass taken away by Caitlin Martin, but Caitlin Martin bounced it off her leg, and she somehow has it back. Martin bounce pass inside, right hand, no good. Reed Streeter the rebound. Loftus pushing the pace. Loftus swings it to Noel, and Triton will set up their offense.
A lot of rebounds for Reed Streeter, even though she's without a basket. A lot of great defensive efforts there for the guard.
Here's a drive, right hand, no good by Mikowitz. It's Caitlin Martin the other way. Behind the defense, has two. Gives her 4 points. 15-8, Haddon Township on a little bit of a run here. On an 8-0 run. Triton, shot no good.
Yeah, no points in nearly 5 minutes for Triton. This is kind of the same thing we saw at Cinnaminson the last time we saw these Mustangs.
Callahan pulls it, no good. Offensive rebound by Kennedy, who puts it up, no good. Kennedy just left that one a tad short. Here's Loftus. It's it inside to Mikowitz. Here's Reed Streeter. Reed Streeter, little crossover. Out to Henry, thinking three. Instead, bounce pass to Loftus. Loftus. Little dribble. A little bit of a trouble with the pass there, but Mikowitz recovers. Approaching 3 minutes to go. Loftus has it, guarded closely. Loftus drives in with the right hand. Is good. A little bit of contact there, no call. But Loftus continues to score. She's got 9 points. Here's a three. Miss left. Noel the rebound. Noel being pressured by Martin. Noel gets it to Loftus. Over to Mikowitz. Thinking three. Short off front iron. Here's Martin, long pass, looking for her sister, but just overshot that one. 2:28 to go, 15-10 the score. Quick stoppage here. Our broadcast is brought to you in part by Harper Driving School. Over 90% of students take their New Jersey State driving test with Harper Pass on the first attempt. Book an appointment today at 614 Lambs Road, Suite 4, off the Total Turf Complex. Resuming play. Not a foul called here. Jules Martin gets called for the blocking foul. Just had to make sure as we have a sub coming into the game. Gianna Ent has entered the game.
Very low fouling first half. I mean, we saw that in the Cherry Hill East Williamstown game, but this is even more so. Teams are barely getting above 1 or 2 fouls here in the first half of play.
Here's Henry. Crowd wanted a foul or some sort of whistle. Ent passes it inside, knocked away by Caitlin Martin. Here's Jules Martin speeding the other way, right hand blocked. Rebound is put up, nuts, short, and Triton has it. There's a great block there as Henry is getting mauled. Ent gets ran into, and the ball goes out of bounds as Callahan was the one to knock that out of bounds. Very physical second quarter here.
Absolutely physical, Sam, and that's exactly how Triton and Haddon Township play. That's how I thought this was going to be the best game of the two we'd see today, just because these two teams are extremely physical, and they're pound for pound. They bounce off of each other really well.
On the drive, it's O'Connor. That was blocked.
And they say all ball.
Here's Martin. Jules Martin, top of the key, guarded by Henry. Martin drives in. Through the contact, will shoot two.
Well, Sam, I'll tell you, we do have a special guest in the house, Kenyatta Collins, assistant coach of RCSJ Gloucester women's basketball. Rich Cooper, the head coach, he is not here today, but surpassed his 200th career win in November over Camden County College, and I guess getting some recruitment done today for one of these two teams.
It's definitely a good game to pick here in terms of looking at potential players to add to your rosters. That first free throw from Jules Martin is no good. Martin on the season free throw wise, 64% from the line. Second free throw good. Under 90 seconds to play here, 16-10 the score. Reed Streeter gets it to Noel on the inbounds. Noel to Reed Streeter, great pass right there. Reed Streeter might have gotten away with a little push-off there. Here's Ent. Ent drives in. Double teamed, blocked. Good block there by Sophia Iosu. Iosu, though, after blocking it, was out of bounds, so Triton has it here. Ent, guarded by Callahan. Gets it to Noel. Noel drives in, kicks it out. Loftus a three. No. Long rebound. Ent has it. Under a minute to go. Ent throws it to Loftus. A little bit long there on the pass, but Loftus recovers, drives in, passes it inside. Shot missed right. Here's Callahan in transition. 40 seconds to go. Pass down low. Bit of a precarious situation, and they throw it away. Here's Noelle after the steal, and she scores. Her first points. Cuts this to a 4-point game. Here's a crossover by Carson. Gets it inside, thinking a shot here, and it goes. What a shot there by Sophia Iosu. Was in a little bit of a danger and has it stolen. Callahan will chuck this up. It's no good. Callahan wanted a foul, but that is how the half comes to a close. 16-12 at the end of the first half, and it has been a seesaw back and forth affair, wouldn't you say, Dan?
Yeah, it's been very physical. Even though there hasn't been a lot of fouls, 6-point lead for Haddon Township going into the half. I'm excited to see how Triton responds to this, because when we saw them versus Cinnamons and they were down by almost 30 at the half, this is a lot more competitive of a game, and as we mentioned, Triton started off the year 0-2, but they're 2-0 in their first 2 divisional games, and they're on a bit of a winning streak, so we'll see if they can rebound here.
Gianna Loftus leads the way with all scorers with 9 points. We'll see if she can continue her great scoring game as we go to halftime. We'll be back with the second half of action here on the Dan Wilkins Broadcasting Network.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well.
The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside.
It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need.
And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives.
If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research.
Book Dog Pro Wrestling for your next event or outing for the greatest action that New Jersey Pro Wrestling has to offer. Any place, any time, any setting, Dog Pro Wrestling will bring the action to you, and you won't want to miss it for moments like this. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Max Mundo, the Dog Pro Wrestling ambassador.
This is Max Mundo with Dog Pro Wrestling. Are you a civic organization, sporting club looking to fundraise? Then look no further to Dog Pro Wrestling. We do grand openings, corporate events, and much more.
And why not from some of the wrestling talent themselves?
I'm Vinny the Fixer, and I'm the champion of dog professional wrestling. If you want to book the best, come see us. We're the cream of the crop. We'll come to any fundraiser you can think of. Just name the place and we'll show up.
This is the upstanding Dylan Mesh, and for the entirety of my professional wrestling career, dog wrestling has been a mainstay for where I like to wrestle. So you can believe me when I say that it is quality. And I'm upstanding. I'm the only opinion you need.
Yeah! It's your boy Gabriel Hodder here with my man Matthew Oman, and if you want your events to be all fight, no flight,
then book Dog Wrestling so you can witness true primal fear. Woo!
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
will lead it off for the Senators. Chase Rollins, the player manager for CHP, gets it started with a ball upstairs, and we are underway in game one. 1-0. That one is hit well out towards left, and it is gone off the top of the goalpost. Shane Adamski with a thunderous start to his playoff series. Second pitch of the game, a solo homer to left, and before I could even write the first name down in my scorecard, it's 1-0. BB and Copsetta trading a couple looks. They know what's going on. Full count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swing and a miss! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons in the Ralph Shaw Classic 26th annual. They are back on top for the first. He's donning the number 34 and the shortstop for this one. First pitch. There's a line drive into center field. That one is going to drop it. It's going to go to the outfield wall. 1 run will score. Spence is going to make a huge arc around third. She will score to make it 3-0. And here comes the runner to score. It's an inside the park home run for Ella Hayes to make it a 4-0 game, a 3-run inside the Parker to the 2. It will be inbounded by Pat Monahan. Oh, the ball gets away. Who's going to have it? GCIT will hang on to the possession. It goes to Stanwood. Stanwood inside. They'll get the shot off. It's gone! Unbelievable! Foster closed the timeout, but will they get it? Unbelievable! Unbelievable! A double contest shot from Hellman! Wow. Ryan James wanted the timeout, but did they get it in time?
Welcome back here on DWB. It's a tight ball game here, 18-12 here as we come back to this ball game. While we have a brief pause here, got a little bit of other action happening in the coming weeks.
Well, we got a game later tonight, Sam.
Later tonight as well, that's right.
A quick turnaround.
Got Paulsboro and Pittman. That'll be a boys basketball game. That'll happen at 5 o'clock. You can catch that here on YouTube. Also, in the new year on Friday, you have the Hutton Pirates taking on Gloucester Catholic Rams in hockey. That's on Friday, and on Saturday, Cherry Hill West Lions will take on the Washington Township Minutemen in boys basketball. That's at 12 p.m. Dan will be on play-by-play for both of those games. Start of the second half. Samuel Goldberg, Dan Wilkins here with you. Here's Reed. Schrader got away with a push-off there. Henry straightaway three, in and out. Rolled around kind of like a toilet bowl as it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Triton.
And I'll add on, Sam, we've got 2 games tomorrow as well. We've got Pennsville Gateway and small school boys basketball, 11:30 a.m. on the 30th, and then a really highly anticipated ice hockey game at Hollydale, St. Augustine versus Gloucester Catholic, 7 o'clock puck drop tomorrow night.
Should be excellent. Well, I guess it's not a ball, so what can you call it? A good puck game?
Good match.
Henry thinking three. Got away with a travel there. Here's Reed Schrader, top of the key. Reed Schrader guarded closely by Weedman. Got to do something here, and just got it away before that 5-second call. Henry cuts to the basket. Instead, it goes to Reed Schrader. Henry has it. Thinking three. Instead, drives baseline, turns around, turns it over. Callahan, 2-on-1. Callahan will do it herself. Left hand is good.
Yeah, that 5-second call, that is the one safeguard there is against no shot clock in Jersey. That one will go out of bounds. The thing is about it, again, we watch Olympic Conference basketball all the time where the boys will just hold on and hold on and hold on, and the possession will go like for 45 seconds to a minute, if not longer. And here, that's the only safeguard that there is. If you have your back to the basket, you have to pass it within 5 seconds or else it's a violation.
Reed Schrader with the right hand, little flare on that one. Got it to go. It's her first basket of the game. Noel with the steal. Bounce passes it into Reed Schrader, puts it up, is blocked. Nice block there by Jules Martin. Triton retains. Here's Noel. Gets it into Reed Schrader. Bounce passes it inside. It's knocked away for a brief moment, but recollected by Noel, and they call over and back. That is a ticky-tacky call because it really wasn't possession established. Kind of look back to the 76ers game, and that would have been that uncalled over and back. Back court, Callahan in the post. Dumps it off to Jules Martin, and she is fouled. Noel's claiming that she was straight up, and the referee not hearing any of her argument whatsoever.
I will say there's been some questionable calls. I don't think it's been bad per se. I mean, with the Jersey referee shortage as is, I don't like to hamper on them too much, but I would say there's been some fundamental mistakes that both teams have made that have been the reason why this game is so low scoring between these two. It's a good game, don't get me wrong, but there's definitely been mistakes on both sides that have been hurting their ability to get points on the board.
Here's Martin's second free throw after making her first. Off front iron and bounces away. Witz gets it to Loftus. Loftus being hampered here by Caitlin Martin. Bounce passes it to Henry. Henry has her pass deflected, but right to the hands of Reed Schrader. Here's Noel, top of the key, and they set up their offense. Noel lost the handle a little bit, turns. Noel down the lane, out to Henry, thinking three instead.
Oh.
Tried a runner there, but she took one too many steps and will go left to right. Jules Martin with it. Nice crossover into the lane. Kicks it back out to Kennedy, who gets it over to Callahan, who can shoot the three. It's good! All nylon for Callahan.
First double-digit lead of the day for either side, and it comes for Haddon Township.
Callahan's up to 7 points. Loftus, a runner, no good. Rebound up for grabs is into the hands of Kennedy. Going down, has it blocked. Mikowitz the block. Henry's getting double teamed. She needs help, and there's a whistle, and a timeout has been called by Triton. Henry was pleading for a foul, as we will stay here. I thought Henry was whacked a couple of times there on that double team, but just no call there. It has been an action-packed third quarter to start.
Well, you can tell that the refs have definitely been swallowing the whistle a little bit more than they did in the last game. Only one foul here in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter, and it's against Triton, but Triton just had no help. I mean, they were all the way 90% on the other end of the floor, and they had Haddon Township on a double team, and nobody from Triton was around to help that guard, and it ends up costing them a 30-second timeout in the meantime.
While we have this quick pause, we'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, Dog Pro Wrestling, DAWG, New Jersey's premier pro wrestling organization with high-flying entertainment throughout the Garden State. Book Dog for your next outing at dogprowrestling.com. 5:11 to go here, 24-14 is the score. Here's Loftus after throwing it into Henry. Haddon Township now showing a full court press. Triton almost broke it easily. Kennedy gets taken down. They're battling around Henry, and now they call over and back.
That was so difficult because almost exactly half of her was over the backcourt line there. And again, we've seen just such physicality. You're going to see that full court press with a lot of Colonial teams, Collingswood, Audubon, Haddon Heights, and Haddon Township as well. Again, it's that conference style of play where when one team does it and is successful, everybody else wants to replicate it. And Haddon Township, definitely the architect of that style of a four-court press here at the Colonial.
It's very fitting that we just did the Dog Pro Wrestling promo as well, and that action happens. Noel picks up the foul, 4:50 to go here. Haddon Township inbounds. Callahan, right hand, no good. Rebounded, picked up by Loftus. Quickly to Noel. Noel with a cross-court pass to Wigowitz, and she left her layup short. Callahan the rebound, pushing the agenda, goes off Martin's hands. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. 4:31 to go, 24-14. Four and a half minutes to go here in the third quarter. 24-14 the score. What's been a defensive slugfest here. Both teams aggressive in trying to turn the ball over here. And just so far, Haddon Township has had more success putting the ball in the basket in what's really been a defensive slugfest. Triton trying to get going here. Loftus, a bit strong on that layup. Callahan the rebound. Samuel Goldberg, Dan Wilkins on the call for you. Jules Martin knifing through the defense like a hot knife through butter, but she can't get the layup. Going the other way, it's Noel. Pulls it back out, gives it off to Henry. Here's Loftus. Back to Henry, who's been kept quiet so far today. by the strong defense of Haddon Township. Noel swings it over to Ent, thinking three. Instead, gets it off to Mikowitz. Mikowitz to Loftus, pulls the trigger. It's good! Loftus continues her impressive scoring day. She has 12 points. That layup, no good, but a foul is called. Jules Martin will go to the line to shoot two.
If I'm right, Loftus has 12 points here for Triton. She's been leading the scoring for both teams, and again, we saw that in the Cinnaminson game as well. She pulls up a lot from three. She's a very efficient shooter, and even though Triton's only made 12 threes in their first 4 games, it's not a lot per game, but the volume is certainly there.
Martin's first free throw is good. Gives her 6 points. Now looking for 7. 6-7. Second free throw is good. Had to get one 6-7 reference in there. I feel like it's mandatory nowadays. Here's Ent. Puts it up for Mikowitz. Double team, kicks it out to Henry. Swings it to Noel. Noel drives in, out to Ent. Her three-pointer is good. Gianna Ent has her first points of the game. 6-point affair. Layup no good. Rebound up for grabs is picked up by Kennedy. It's a 6-point contest with 2:52 to go. Here's Callahan. Swings it across for Caitlin Martin. She drives into the painted area. Blocked as that ball went up. Noel, top of the key, picks up her dribble, gets it out to Ent. Ent drives. Knocked away by Jules Martin. A little high for Henry. Going the other way with it is Kennedy. Runs right into Henry. And it's out of bounds, and it will belong to Triton. Surprised no call was called there after Henry hit the deck.
Well, we can be surprised all we want, but this has been a very low fouling game, and I do give a little bit of kudos to the refs for swallowing the whistle, because it has been it's been a game where it's going to be very physical, and they have to set that standard.
Here's Noel. Yeah. Oh my goodness, crossover three is left short.
I was going to say, if there's ever a time to be lenient on fouls, it's a game like this where it's extremely physical and extremely involved on both sides.
Callahan in and out, falls right to the hands of Jules Martin, and she'll gladly deposit that one. That gives her 9. And we're under 2 minutes to go. It's an 8-point game. Mikowitz to Loftus, back to Mikowitz. Noel up and one. That's a big basket right there that was needed for Triton, and Noel will go to the line to complete the 3-point play.
Well, one thing that we haven't really talked about a whole lot today is the fact that, remember, this is a tournament. This is not a showcase. So the first game and the second game, they will intertwine. Cherry Hill East beating Williamstown. The winner of this game plays Cherry Hill East. The loser of this game plays Williamstown. I think even though we won't be there on Wednesday for New Year's Eve, I think that those are going to be 2 pretty good games regardless of outcome here in Haddon Township.
The free throw is no good, so it remains a 6-point game. Here's Jules Martin, lost the basketball. Couldn't decide what to do with it. She ended up losing it. Henry picks it up after Ent lost it. Here's a three from Loftus, in and out. Ent was wide open on the near side corner, just went unseen by her teammates. Here's Callahan. Callahan drives. Callahan left hand, got it. Callahan has 9 points on the day. Long inbound pass for Henry. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. 8-point game. Noel out to Loftus. Thought about a three. Drives in. Puts it into Mikowitz. Turnaround. Got it with the right hand. What a shot that was by Riley Mikowitz. Her first bucket of the day. Quickly the other way. Turco blocked. Triton has it. 30 seconds to go. Triton trying to close out this quarter. 6-point game. It's Ent thinking three. She drives in, kicks it out to Loftus. Loftus holds, drives, puts it off glass and in. Loftus is up to 14 points. 4-point game. Here's Jules Martin with 8. Martin drives. Martin off glass. Got it to go. 3 seconds. And will not shoot this one. And that is how the quarter will come to an end. 32-26. Fourth quarter on the horizon. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter here, 32-26. Before we get things started, I'd like to thank one of our sponsors, RJCS Gloucester, the premier community college of New Jersey. Become a Roadrunner today for athletic recruiting at roadrunners.com. Visit rcsj.edu for academic info. We start this quarter with a foul here on Triton.
They're going to say it was in the act of shooting, so we're going to get some foul shots here.
We're going to get 2 free throws for Aubrey Carson. Carson, a 63% free throw shooter on the early going of this season. First free throw is good. Makes it 33-26. This to make it 34-26. Left it short, rebounded by Loftus. Loftus quickly the other way to Reed Streeter. Reed Streeter, a little jump stop blocked by Callahan. Here's Martin quickly the other way. Martin all the way. Off glass, no. Ent the rebound, has it deflected. Jules Martin comes up with it. Martin across court. Callahan. Oh, nothing.
Travel.
Oh, now it is called. Okay. Woo.
There would have been a loud reaction
Oh,
in this gym
man.
if that wasn't called for a travel. But yeah, if she kept her foot on the ground, she would have been okay. But she just got a little bit too happy with it and ended up moving it too far off the ground. That's a travel.
This one's stolen away by Callahan. She kept it in. Ball is still alive. Player gets tripped up, and it'll go to Triton. It was just inadvertent contact between Chloe O'Connor and Reagan Maher. Maher hit the deck after going for the loose ball. 7-point affair. 7 minutes approaching, 7:10 to be exact. Here's Loftus over to Noel. Noel drives. Noel, Reed Schreider for 2. It gets stuck. We got a wedgie. We got ourselves a wedgie.
Oh, boy. We've seen that a couple times this year.
Do we need a shoe?
Well,
oh, no, we got basketballs over there. I was willing to give my shoe up.
We have
to get the ball off
I've
the
seen
court.
a ref take care of the stuck basketball. All right, attempt 1, no good. Here comes the second.
So that counts, right?
Yeah, it should be a 4-point basket, isn't it?
Oh, man. That is funny. Triton will have it.
I've seen it happen at a couple of games this year. I guess it happens more often when we're here.
Here's Reed Streeter, will throw it up. No good. Gets her own rebound and goes up strong, and she earns 2 at the line.
Yeah, seeing a little bit more fouling here in the fourth quarter now that the game's on the line. But we were saying during the break that Triton is within reach for sure. All they need is a couple of runs. They just need, you know, a steal here, a steal there, and they'll be well back in this game. And if they make these shots here, they'll be in plenty good business here for the rest of the fourth quarter.
First free throw by Reed Streeter is good. Reed Streeter, an 82% free throw percentage this season. Her second free throw is good. Gives her 4 points on the day. Jules Martin has it. Jules Martin has 11 on the day. Callahan swings it over to Turcotte, and they're moving the ball around. Turcotte, a long jumper. No good. But Caitlin Martin's there to turn garbage into gold. Offensive rebound, puts it back up for 2. Ent has it near side wing to Loftus, top of the key. Drives in with Martin on her. Loftus takes a spill, and it'll be Haddon Township basketball.
She checks into the Hawks.
Good round of applause for Maeve Sheehan checking in. Might be a change of pace here for Haddon Township. I think they know that this game, they just need a couple of points to put it away. And if you're Triton, you just need a couple of points to get back into it. We're in a little bit of limbo right now.
Sheehan has it, and we have ourselves a timeout here taken by Haddon Township's Mark Petito. Waiting to see if it's a full timeout, and it is, so we'll step aside with 6:11 to go in the fourth. Welcome you back here at Haddon Township High School. Coming down to the wire here, approaching 6 minutes to go here in this tightly contested ball game. Hits Callahan on the inside in the post. Callahan turns around with the left hand, and how did she finish that one? That gives her 11. Dribble handoff here to Reed Streeter. Reed Streeter drives. That one's blocked. Caitlin Martin with the block. Kennedy the other way. Gets it to Sheenan. Quickly to Jules Martin. Over to Callahan. 3 up on the way and 3 down for Kirsten Callahan. That's a big shot right there. It's the first double-digit lead of this game for Haddon Township as they're slowly starting to run away with this one here in the fourth. Loftus has it, kicks it out to the corner. Noel, a 3, strong. Loftus the rebound. She'll put up a 3. That one's also strong. Noel going up for the rebound. It's a batted around. Noel puts up a shot. It's a wild one. Ball is still loose. And it's ends in an N1. Riley Mikowicz will go to the line for the 2+1. What a sequence that was.
This great work there by Triton. Never give in, never give up. Although we do have a player that's shaken up there.
think Noel got smacked around in that little scrum for the basketball. As Ent will check back into the game. Mikowitz to complete the 2+1. A little strong ball loose. Caitlin Martin, the rebound. Jules Martin dribbles right past Mikowitz. Martin all the way, throws it up. No whistle, gets her offensive rebound and puts it back in. Dave Callan wants a whistle, didn't get it. It's Henry. Bounce pass it to Ent. Inside to Mikowitz. Mikowitz is jawing for the basketball, and it's a jump ball, and it'll belong to Haddon Township.
Well, I'll tell you this. Both coaches, Kalin and Petito, are going to want the whistle several times. They have both complained several times. And the nature of this game is that this two-girl referee crew here, they want to keep things lenient and conservative, and it's because of how physical the game is. If these two teams didn't poke a feather on each other, then yes, every contact would get called. But you have to think about the fact that if they called every whistle that was maybe even borderline in this game, both teams will be over the bonus in every single quarter. And they want to limit fouls. They want teams to have all of their players in the game. That's just my take on it.
Here's a three from the corner, no. Long rebound, Kennedy racing for it. Ball is still alive, and Mikowitz comes up with it. Loftus lofts it down court for Reed Schroeder. Trying to get it to Henry. It ends up in Noel's hands. Noel.
Good to see that she's back in the game.
Off to Loftus. Loftus into Noel. Cuts, kicks out. Reed Schroeder a three. Oh, it's all nylon for Reed Schroeder. What a great offensive possession that was. And we're back to a single-digit lead here for Haddon Township. 3:30 to go. Jules Martin. Wild shot there. Out to Callahan. Things picking up here in the building as seconds tick away. Here's Sheenan. Sheenan to Caitlin Martin. Here's Kennedy thinking three. Passes it inside. Henry comes up with the ball. Henry's been kept particularly quiet in this game so far. Here's Noel. Gets it out to Reed Schroeder. Reed Schroeder lost the basketball. Wild drive there. Oh, but Sheenan wasn't ready. But Sheenan's going to have it off the deflection. The layup, no good. Callahan trying to rescue the basketball. That went out of bounds, and Triton will pick it up.
If that basket went, that would have been the happiest of happy accidents there for Haddon Township. Sheehan didn't see the ball at all as it was going to the basket, and as she goes to half court, she picks it up, gets a fast break, but unable to complete the layup, and score remains 9-point game.
Loftus wasn't ready for that pass. Now gets it back. Whistles and a timeout taken by Dave Callan. Things are intense here. 2:27 to go, 42-33. Coming in for a good finish. Back here with 2:27 to go. It's a 9-point contest, 3-possession game here. Triton trying to claw their way back into this one. Just one run is all it'll take. Noel had that pass slightly deflected. It goes to Henry, pulls the trigger for 3, contact, and it misses everything. Ball is, ooh, the near side official said that ball was tipped, but did not enforce anything, and a travel is called.
Yeah, I can imagine both sides aren't too happy with how this game's being called. I'm not going to infringe too much, but definitely, I don't think I agree with that 3 being called for a tip. It's so difficult to get the right angle in such an important moment like this. You're not going to make everybody happy.
Here's Henry, who's been kept quiet today. Only has a point on the game. Pass inside to Mikowicz. Mikowicz being hounded there. It ends up in the hands of Reed Schreeder. Here's Noel on the drive. Kicks it out. Mikowicz thinking 3. In and out. Offensive rebound is strong.
Well, Triton's got to start thinking fouls here. Got to start getting something to get Haddon Township to the line, get the ball back in your hands.
You back it back out. I don't think Haddon Township's going to want a shot here. Jules Martin kicks it out to the corner. Sheenan's thinking 3. It's strong. And a long rebound out to Jules Martin as she tracks it down.
The thing is, Triton needs to foul 3 times to get Haddon Township over the bonus. There's only 3 team fouls this whole quarter. Triton's got 2 of them. They're running out of time.
Callahan. Timeout called by Haddon Township with 1:13 to go. 9-point affair. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. With 1:13 to go. Triton's running out of time. Haddon Township will most likely not settle for a shot here. Triton's going to apply some pressure for a steal.
They have to. Again, we've seen how few fouls there have been in this game. No team has gotten over the bonus, and it feels like deja vu. This is the exact same thing that happened in the first game with East and Williamstown.
Callahan over to Kennedy. It over to Jules Martin. Callahan has it. Weedman now. Being pressured, gets into Jules Martin. Jules Martin was pressured there. Callahan over to Weedman, and yeah, they're just taking time off the...
Taking way too much time
off the clock. They're going to settle for a shot, and there's 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, this is the exact same thing that happened in the East Williamstown game. Waited way too long to apply a foul, and you still have to foul them 3 well, you fouled them once. Now you got to foul them 3 more times.
Kennedy to the line, 83% free throw percent shooter. She makes the first. Second free throw is up and good. Back to a double-digit lead. Noel to Loftus, back to Noel. Noel drives, Noel kicks it out to Mikowicz. Mikowicz dribble handoff to Noel, corner 3. Got it! Little Peter Griffin action with the corner 3, and a timeout taken by Triton with 27.6 seconds to go. As we are waning down here, the final seconds of this game, we'll step aside. 27.6 to go. Oh, here we go. Final seconds of this ball game. 27.6 to be exact. It's an 8-point contest. As the pass goes in, it's off the head of Caitlin Martin. Nearly got our camera. Here we go. It's Noel to Loftus. Loftus puts it up. No good. Jules Martin the rebound. And Martin will swing this one ahead. Could have been a carry there, but not called. And the layup is good by Caitlin Martin. 5 seconds to go. Noel brings this one in. Over to Mikowitz, over to Loftus. Puts it up for 3. That one's no good. And Haddon Township is victorious by a score of 46-36. Overall, Haddon Township, once they got the lead, just controlled this game from start to finish. Dan, your final thoughts here about this contest, and who was your player of the game?
Well, yeah, Haddon Township, they led by 6 points at the half, and I thought that it was going to be a good back-and-forth game, and it was a back-and-forth game, but just in the control of Haddon Township the whole time. They really found a groove in the third quarter, and even though they didn't get ahead by that much, the biggest lead that they ever had in this game was 10 points. They still felt like they were the most dominant team because they were really blocking Triton. But I'll tell you, I thought that Triton made the exact same mistake that Williamstown did in the first game, and they did not foul with enough time. Now, to be fair, it was a 10-point game. That's a little bit of different context compared to Williamstown, which was only down 3, and their bid for a comeback was way more plausible. But still, I think this sets up a good foundation for Wednesday's championship action because we do have the consolation game with Williamstown and Triton. And then, honestly, I mean, Cherry Hill East and Haddon Township should be a really good game. And for Haddon Township, no matter what happens, they win because they're a Group 1 school, Triton's a Group 3, and Cherry Hill East and Williamstown are Group 4s. So when it comes to playoff seeding, that is going to do dividend for them in the power points. It's not going to matter a whole lot right now, right this second, but where they are right now at the top 4 of the bracket, Haddon Township definitely is going to have some extra boosts with them. We mentioned that with Audubon yesterday. They beat Vineland on Saturday. They beat Deptford on Sunday. It pays dividends, not literally, but figuratively, for small schools to play big schools and for them to beat big schools. And that's what Haddon Township did today, and they pulled off a really nice win over Triton. And then, Sam, for your player of the game, I'm going to go with Callahan. I think that she had the best run down the stretch. She had some really nice shots when it mattered most in the third and fourth quarter. Yes, the Martin sisters did a great job, but I think that when it mattered the most, when it came time to put the game away and put the game to rest, Callahan was the player who was there the most, and she gets my player of the game honors.
Well, there you have it, folks. 46-36 final score for Haddon Township. And that'll do it for us here at Haddon Township High School. For our entire crew, our social media coordinator, Hallie Meha, our graphics crew, Caleb Lane, Carson Rosso, and Fisher Giannotti. My producer is David Cohen. My color commentator is... Wow, I just blanked. Dan Wilkins. My goodness, I just blanked on your name. And I'm Sam Goldberg. Thank you so much for watching this game. We hope you have a snazzy day, and tune in for our next broadcast.